So let's talk about it. Squeeze.
B.
DJ.
Today, man, next on the topic. Like we said, y'all, if y'all like, what we do here, like, subscribe, give us feedback here.
Yep.
We're gonna keep working for y'all.
Yeah.
Next topic we got here is Draymond Green.
Mm-hmm.
Another successful championship, another added notch to his resume
Why
for
we
the
gotta
Warriors.
debate this?
So, do y'all feel like Draymond Green has officially stamped
Anything with
himself as a
Draymond
Hall
is
of
no.
Famer?
Anything with Draymond is enough for me.
Hey,
Anything.
Just like that? Just like that?
Hater, man. That's a
Anything
hater
with
right
Draymond
there,
for me is
man.
enough.
That's a hater. He's
Like,
not a Hall of Famer?
right?
Nah, I'm being funny. Nah, because because as a team, if I had him on my team, I love him. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. He one of them players. He like Pat Beverly, you know what I mean?
No, is he a Hall of Famer to me? To me, no. But is the league will put him in? Probably so. But to me, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Why is he not a Hall of Famer to you?
Because the only thing he got is rings. 4 of them. And 1 defensive player of the year, and that's it. Nothing else to his career. For him to be as held as the defensive player that they hailed him as.
He's been top 5 though, almost for like 5-6 years.
Top 5
in the voting.
But you got no, you know me. I'm always been about if you ain't gonna be the top player on the team, then you got to be accolades.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see something. If they held you as something special in that particular field of the game, I need to see accolades from that particular field.
You ain't no Pippen.
Floor
Pippen
general,
don't
man.
got any?
Huh?
Defensive Player of the Year awards?
Who, Pippen?
Yeah.
You act like I have Pippen high.
That's what I'm saying though, but we established him as the best, one of the best.
Well,
so I mean,
But you act like you
make
act
it
like
simple.
I held.
Look,
I'm just saying though,
let's make
like,
it simple.
I removed Pippen from my top.
you don't need an
75,
accolade.
I removed Pippen from my top 50, my top 75, man.
right, but you don't need an accolade to solidify what you did.
For the team that he's on and for what they've done with the best record and championships, and him being one of the main key components,
Hall of Famer.
he's in.
He's Hall of Famer.
Is that
I said
simple?
he's in.
Yeah.
I said he's
I'm
in.
just saying.
But you asking me? No.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's in without a doubt.
But you gotta say, I mean,
probably
you're
first
saying,
ballot.
but you're saying no, but
How many defensive teams he made? All defensive team or first defensive team? I don't
think
want
four.
second. He only made 4
Four
first.
first, 3 second.
No, he made 6.
6? Oh,
4 first team, 2 second team.
3.
You say 3?
Yeah, 2018, 19, and 22.
Hold on. I'm trying to say 6 from the
All right.
all defensive team.
He was a
Oh,
steals. He was a
I wanna know how many
steals leader.
He got 1 steals leader.
Yep, defensive
and
player of the year.
And 1 defensive player of the
Nah,
year.
man, you looking wrong. All defensive teams, not first team, just period. He made 4 all-time first team defensive and 3 all-time second.
Yeah, that's
team
what I said.
So you got 7 all
Yeah,
defensive
7
teams.
also, yeah.
He made 1, and he made 1 all-time. What? Third team or first team?
He made
Never
4
made third.
first team,
Yeah.
3 second team.
Yeah.
So he's there, and
Look up Scotty. How many all defensive teams he made?
10.
Oh, then that's why. Then.
Yeah. So,
All right, that's why.
yeah. So then you got as far as, but Draymond got 32. So he played 3 more years. He potentially get some more in there.
Yeah.
But if you look at Draymond, he changed the game.
Yeah.
Teams started to have a smaller person at center because of what Draymond could do. That
Point center. Point center.
that became
Point
because of
forward, yeah.
Draymond.
I disagree.
He controlled their offense.
I think he's the focal point of that, but he wasn't the person that started that. Boris Diaw was the one for San Antonio.
Yeah,
that
but
did
the
that.
effectiveness, it became more because of Draymond, because Draymond did a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Boris Diaw was not a defensive stout.
He wasn't a defensive stop. I'm talking about.
But that's what
you
Draymond
said
did.
point. You said point. I'm just saying the whole point forward.
I'm just talking about what a guy.
Boris did that.
But that only worked at center because he was such good at defense. That's what Draymond started.
Right.
Like, so now a lot of they did that. The small lineup was popularized more because of Draymond.
Right.
The success the Warriors had with Draymond being there made them the def lineup. Like, that came because of Draymond. Teams were trying to emulate that, and they couldn't find another Draymond.
I don't know if that's because of Draymond, because of Steph and the shooters that Draymond had around. Because if you don't got shooters that like that don't work. I don't care what you do.
It don't work if you don't got the defense either, because the center
Right,
just
you
going to
still need
punish
the right-
him.
you still need the right guy.
He was
I
able
need
to
the
guard
player.
centers. That's what did it for him. That's why that worked. He was guarding the centers. All the big centers in the league, he was faced up with them. Marc Gasol, he was guarding them by himself. Like, that's what
He makes a difference.
Yeah, that's what made the difference. When you had AD down there, he was guard. Like, that's what made that work.
He ain't Hall of Famer to me. I'm sorry.
He got to be a Hall of
He
Famer.
ain't
I
Hall of
mean,
Famer to me.
one of the greatest role players of all time
Yeah.
for a team. Like, you can't not deny that.
He's a role player. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the greatest. Like, you can't.
He's not.
Dennis Rodman was a role player. One of the greatest.
At least Dennis Rodman had accolades in the field he was in. He led the league in rebounding multiple times and defensive players multiple times. He only got 1.
Mm-hmm.
He only got 1 steal and one defensive player. So to me,
Yeah, but if I get 4 first teams, that means I was one of the best. Somebody was just better. That don't knock me though. Somebody was also great at defense. That's not a knock to me. If I'm on the first team, I'm top 5. That's good. I'm the best in my position to get that.
at 4, you had 4 first teams, right?
Yeah, Okay. So I mean, he could have potentially won a Defensive Player of the Year award. I mean, I'm not gonna knock him for because that's the case. Then when Bron got robbed for all his MVPs, like we don't be like
when he don't play, they miss him. When he definitely don't play, they
like
miss
you know,
him.
Draymond.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say they always get the voting right.
We just killed him for this playoff run.
By 32, but he had success the last 7. Like so, we can't.
Right.
Remember, he got that Finals MVP that 2016.
So he just can't be for the moment.
Yeah, like
no, I know. I'm looking at his whole. I'm thinking about his whole.
2016, he would have got Finals MVP. Man, I had like 30. He was carrying the words that whole game. He made every 3. He had like 30 points. They just lost to Bron that last game, but he would have got that Finals MVP.
That's Game 7.
Yeah, he was on one, bro.
He was on one that Game 7.
He makes the Warriors go. Without Draymond, it's no Warriors, man. It's just not.
He personality.
I can't see me putting him as a Hall of Famer. Just me personally, just because of that. Like. I understand what he contributes, but to me, it's not enough. It's not enough for me to put you in a Hall. You was a great player, a great role player. You're not a Hall of Famer to me just because of that.
No, one of the best. They're one of the best.
Calling you great, not calling you one of the best?
Nah, you say it could be other greats. He's one of the top 5. Like he's
top 5 what? Role
players? Yes. Yes. Like, he's one of the top 5 role players. I can't really.
Or one of the best teams ever.
Talking about, are we counting Robins or we just counting role players? Are Robin considered role players?
No.
All right, okay, I'm about to say.
Because how many role players make All-Star teams? It's rare. Like, it's not a thing. Like, you know, he was doing that.
But he got like 6 All-Star appearances?
No, he had like 4.
All right. I was off by 2.
And he made a second team and a third team. How many role players making all NBA teams? Like, that don't happen. Like, you got. Come on, man.
But you can somewhat attribute that to the system and the team he played with.
We still see the right players, man. He got to still execute.
And you can't even do just the system because his numbers didn't put him there. His defense put him there. So the system ain't got nothing to do with him guarding these guys one-on-one. He doing that. He's switching on the point guards, centers, everybody.
So you believe that if Draymond wasn't going to Golden State, he'd still be the same player?
Do I believe he'll be the same player?
Yeah.
I think his defense will be the same. Yeah. I don't think he will have the same success to have the rings, though. But his defense will be the same.
That's what I mean. I'm not talking about what he accomplished.
Yeah.
I'm talking about as the player that he is.
Yeah.
You think if he went to a different team,
it'd still be the same.
I don't think he had assist in the.
I don't believe that.
I don't think some of his stats will be the same.
I don't believe he would.
But I think he'll be a defender.
I don't believe he would develop into that because he didn't come in the league that way. He didn't come in the league that way. He became that over time playing with that team.
Right. But
I don't believe if he's not with Golden State, he becomes that player.
Right, but the skills he added was him. Like Steph ain't make him a better passer. Like him running the offense, Steph ain't make him run off. Like he
realized.
We talking about what he's done, man, and what he's still doing.
But I'm saying what he realized.
What he's done it makes him a Hall of Famer. It's not about who other team he played with or what he's going to do. It's what he done with Golden State. His career, he's getting in.
He's going to get in. Probably
he's first ballot.
No way.
Yes, he is.
No way. Now I'll definitely.
I think he's first ballot.
He's no way he's first ballot. Unless it depends on what class.
Especially if Golden State keep winning, he's first ballot.
There's no way he's first ballot. No, if he gets in, he ain't no first ballot.
Who's out?
It depends on what class he go with.
Who else out there then?
Nah, he probably be first ballot. I'm thinking who next in the class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who else out there?
It depends on what class he retired with. If he retires with,
no, know what? He won't be first ballot. You know why? Because right now the media don't like him. And the media votes. I don't think the media is going to vote him to be first ballot. You can't have a war with the media. Expect them to think about that. Now he beefing with.
But by that time, he gonna be media. He's gonna be the media.
Right, but he can't vote himself.
He won't vote. He won't be able to vote.
I know, but I'm just saying his whole persona and the way they look at him might change by then because he might be on ESPN or he might be on Fox.
Yeah, but he's going out.
He won't be doing the podcast. But I'm just saying, I know that. But I'm just saying, it's 5 years after you retire, right?
But he only gonna be on TNT. You already signed
the contract.
Yeah, but still, I'm just saying it's 5 years after you retire, right?
Yeah, but that ain't gonna change that.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
I don't know.
I think it's gonna always be beef with him.
He's gonna always create the beef because if he's still gonna be the same player same person that he is, then he's gonna create the beef on his own.
Because anybody, if you're talking about Draymond, how many players all time were able to guard all 5 positions?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
With these type of guards, the guards now are more skilled than the guards then. They more athletic, they could do more. They faster, they quicker. He been able to stay in front of that and then guard the center like that, and then switch on to your forward, then guard Bron, then guard somebody up, Kyrie, and then come on, man, like that. To be able to do that is crazy. Jaylen Brown shot 1 for 15 guarded by Draymond. And then Draymond was guarding Horford. And then we can't. And then he was guarding Tatum.
How you just bring it up what he did in Boston? This was one of his worst finals.
Yeah, offensively. That was his worst offensive finals.
I don't believe that was his worst offensive finals defensively too.
Probably was, but the games that he was able to guard him, he did in 115. So it don't matter.
Didn't he just argue that Draymond didn't affect the finals if he got ejected from the game?
Yeah, he didn't. That could have been from one or two games. Remember, he didn't guard him every game at that point. So the 15 shots, 8 of them could have came from one game. The other game could have came from something else.
No, the first that was my argument with that on game 2, the game he should have got ejected. What he was doing to Jaylen Brown was D'ing him up.
Right, that was later on when he turned back up. Remember, he had the first 3 games he was trash. So that game when he got ejected, he just would have been trash like he was the first 3-4 games.
Right.
He didn't get better to the last game. The last 2 games is when he was like, all right, he started playing better when his mom called him out. But the beginning of the series, he was trash. But
he still D'd up Jaylen Brown the first 2 games. The first 2 games he D'd up Jaylen Brown.
I can't say first game. No, he didn't. The first game, Jaylen Brown was number 1 for finals.
It was the second game.
I mean, that's the second game. The second game, because that was the game he supposed to got ejected. They didn't eject him. The second game.
It was the second game.
Second game. So it's like, what you want to do?
I don't know. See, to me, it's just not enough.
What else do we need? I mean, his career, like.
But I'm saying he's not going to have it. To me, he just would have never made the Hall of Fame. I don't care. To me, he would not have made the Hall of Fame.
He got Defensive Player of the Year.
1.
Okay.
My Hall of Fame wouldn't
consist. He got 4 rings.
My Hall of Fame wouldn't consist of one person making a Defensive Player of the Year if you were a defensive minded and a defensive specialist, and that's what they held you at.
So the voters always get it right, is what you're saying?
Huh?
The voting always get it right?
No, the voter don't get it right.
That's
what I'm saying. They're going to put, I keep saying it, they're going to put him in the Hall of Fame, but if you ask me personally, I would not put him in the Hall of Fame.
I know, but you said the accolades, but
the accolades for me.
But you going by the narrative that they always get it right.
I'm still waiting on your list.
What?
Your Hall of Fame list.
A Hall of Fame list?
You're supposed to do that, bragging long.
My Hall of Fame list got a lot of people that wouldn't be in that Hall of Fame.
I'm still waiting on it.
Still waiting on that tier breakdown.
That Hall of Fame list would be a lot different than what the NBA got. I'm sorry, it just would be.
Because Draymond doesn't make an interesting case, right? Because say if he has these finals that he had, right, where he just wasn't as effective throughout consistently, right? If you have 2 more of those, the narrative can change on him quick.
Oh yeah, without doubt.
I'm saying, and then people, he's starting to be less likable, right? Like people already didn't like him, but he's snapping back more, he's talking more, so a lot of people are like not liking him even more now.
Come on, them KD.
Braggadocious.
I gotta remember correctly. Them KD runs. I don't even think he had that crazy finals run. Them KD runs.
They didn't need it.
They didn't need it, right?
They didn't need it, right? That's the thing.
But he had to be the best defender, right? Because remember,
Iggy. They still threw Iggy on everybody. Anytime they wanted to guard somebody, they threw Iggy.
Right, but Iggy didn't. Draymond played the most minutes. Iggy guarded some of the players. He didn't guard always the best player. It was not always Iggy. It was not.
Not always Iggy.
Iggy guarded the wings. He didn't guard the centers. That was Draymond guarding whoever he had to go against. And guard the point guard. That wasn't Iggy. Like Iggy was only guarding the small forward.
That year they had who? Jaja Pachulia. When they was going
cheap shot.
Yeah, when they was going up against LeBron in the finals, right? It was Jaja. Jaja Pachulia is the center. Yeah, okay.
Right. Yeah, Draymond and Iggy rotated on Bron. It wasn't just Iggy.
No, I know it wasn't just Iggy.
So like, we gotta. Think about it. The situation he did what he was supposed to do, right? So when they won, he averaged, the KD one. He had the first time 13, 9, and 6. So all around player,
right? That's not bad.
That's respectable.
41% from 3.
That's respectable.
That's not bad.
The next one, 10, 10, and 8. 2 steals a game, 1 block a game. Like
10, 10, and 8.
10, 10, and 8.
8 assists, right?
Yeah, 8 assists. 2 blocks a game, 2 steals a game, 1 block a game. So whatever he needed.
What did he average before KD got there? I'm curious.
The year before it was 15, 10, and 6.
So he did have a drop off. And then what was the year?
And then the year before 13, 10, and 5.
So he did have a drop off once
15, 10, and 6 is a drop off for him.
Yeah,
no, it was a drop off. When he got down to 10, 10 is what I'm saying. It was a drop off. I'm talking about when he got down to 10, 10 with KD's second year. He was only averaging 10 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists.
Yeah,
it wasn't that many missed shots.
Yeah, last basketball was going around. So.
You know what I mean? It wasn't that much.
I was just curious to see if KD there affected his way of playing since he not really a focal point offensively.
All his numbers always went up regular season. His rebounds went up for the most part. Points were around the same. And rebounds and blocks was always around the same. So he was always consistent throughout. Right. But to his point, if you had a knock, so we had to start going to what Draymond wouldn't make him a Hall of Famer, right? So you asked me what personally wouldn't make Draymond a Hall of Famer is when he's out there on the floor, obviously he's guarding, everybody that need to guard. No one need to do, but when you're such a liability offensively, like
right, scoring wise.
When you're just like,
but that goes to the team not focusing on that. It's
different being a liability and scoring 2 points.
Right.
Right. Like that I don't know. That's like a big knock for me. You have 0 points here, 2 points here,
but they don't focus.
But teams don't make them a liability.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That goes to the teams not focusing, not using their focus.
Yeah, they don't make them a liability.
Going 0 for 5 or being 0 for 6. Like
that's the team wide. That's what I'm saying. The teams that they go against don't focus on.
Yeah.
Because I think they try to account for not to take anything from him. His IQ. You can't take away from his basketball IQ.
Mm-hmm.
From when I watch him on the court,
he's smart.
He's one of the smartest players out there on the court. So you can't take away from his basketball IQ, and I think that's what they're afraid of. Because, like you said, as far as I'm concerned, if I was out there, guard him like you guard Ben Simmons. Yep. Until he starts dropping shots, don't worry about it.
If he beat us, he beat us.
Right. Like naturally, if he rolls to the basket, somebody cover the
right. That's different.
Right. But if he's just standing out there moving around past,
All right, question for y'all then: was he a Hall of Famer before 2018? By that point, he had 3 rings. He had how many defensive players? He had 3 first-time.
Three.
He had 4 all-time defensive teams. He was a 4-time All-Star, and he made an All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team.
He had a defensive player year?
Yeah, he had all that already.
Yeah, he had all that in here. By 2018,
because much didn't change.
So 2018, he was already he was already in there for you.
He's already Hall of Fame.
Was he already in there for you?
No.
What changed?
I only asked that because he followed those years up. Next year, 7, 7, and 7.
Horrible.
Next year after that, 8, 6, and 6.
Horrible.
Next year after that, 7, 7,
That's
and 9.
what I'm saying. Horrible.
Next year after that, 7, 7, and 7.
That's what I'm saying.
3-point percentage, 28%, 27, 27, 29. Field goal percentage, 44, 38, 44, 52. So he had a drop off from those last 4 years at that point, right? Mm-hmm. So if you had, and then playoff forms, he had 13, 10, and 8, which is good. Then the last one, he just had 8, 7, and 6.
Right.
So there was a drop off between those 4 years after he won his last ring up until now. Mm-hmm. So if he wasn't in there for you now, nothing should have made him in there for you afterward.
But when their players were hurt too, right?
Huh?
Well, a couple years.
Well, I'm talking about his individual.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm just saying though. But that changes a lot.
Yes,
that changes the whole.
But if your players are injured and that changes your stat, and it goes to my point to where what he's playing with is what made him who he is.
Because 2018 is when they last won with KD. 2019 was when Clay got hurt, and KD got hurt.
Right.
And then 2019, 2020. KD was gone,
and Steph got hurt.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And in 2021, they lost in the play-in.
But then year he got.
Then 1 year he got hurt.
1 year he was hurt.
He didn't play the whole full year.
Yeah, one of them years he was hurt too.
Because they knew they weren't going to make it anyway.
So he only played 46 games this year.
Yeah, I'm talking about even. I think last year.
When Steph got hurt, right?
I think
it was 2019. He only played 43.
Yeah.
But the numbers in those games,
well,
that was the average. I was like,
That's but look who he's passing to. You lose Clay, man, or Durant. That's a big part of your offense on who you passing the ball to. If they missing shots or if they not doing their part.
Would I go to his credence? Would he be who he is?
The players he's playing around. That's what I'm saying.
Because if you take those players,
he still is a force on defense.
They was losing.
If guys not making shots,
he's still forceful.
If guys not making shots, he can't do nothing about that.
But his
those years he made all
his thing is though, even if he was a force on defense, that might not have been enough.
Yeah, I know what he's saying. I understand what he's saying.
Tyronn Hill was a force on defense. He ain't go to win.
Tyronn Hill was no damn force.
Tyronn Hill was a force. He ain't make no championships. He ain't no championships or nothing.
He wasn't no force.
Shoot.
So Theo Ratliff has a couple force years. He ain't
I'll put it like this. Well, Mutombo is actually in there. So
Mutombo's in because he won 4.
Yeah, right.
He got the time for the record, so you got to put him in there.
But that's my argument with, like, I know to me Draymond is a beneficiary of A, who he's playing with, and B, the system he in, and the coach he got. The whole organization, like you said, like you goes to your point about being put into a good situation.
Perfect.
Right. It's a perfect situation for him. I don't believe it. What he is, if he was somewhere else, he would be that. I don't, because he didn't come in that way. Even when you got the knock on him out of college, that's why he was drafted so low.
My thing for you, I think you saying if he had defensive player of the years, maybe 3, he'll put him in there.
Right.
Because Ben Wallace don't got no offensive game, right? And he in there off of his
defensive player, right? And you can see what he was able to do defensively, right? He got the accolades to back up what he was. We always looked at him like, he can guard the guards, some of the guards, he can guard the centers, and he got Defensive Player of the Year awards to prove that.
Well, I feel like Draymond got robbed at least 1 or 2 of those years. Like, there was a big knock like that he got robbed that he should have won.
Who won over him that you think he got robbed?
I think he lost.
I know Dwight Howard beat him one time.
Then whatchamacallit get one?
Who?
Kawhi get one year.
Kawhi got one. Yeah. That was the year he won the finals.
Yeah.
He won the finals.
Right, but that ain't judged based off of the finals.
I know, I'm just saying, but that what he was in the regular season carried over to the finals. That's why he won.
I think the year Marcus All. I think Marcus All won it.
I don't think Marcus All won. Please,
he got
one. Please tell me Marcus All. I don't remember Marcus All ever get the defense.
Nah, yeah, because he won it over Bron.
That's right. Yeah. No, I'm thinking of Paul. Mark did get it. He was in Toronto when he got it.
Yeah, he won it. That's what Bron should have
won it. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what year that Draymond got robbed.
What year was
that? It was like 2013 or something like that.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah, he was in Toronto when he got it.
Hold on, because what's the year? Because I remember him talking about it, and I was like, yeah, he had a chance that year. It was
Memphis. He was at Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah, one of those Rudy Gobert years.
Yeah.
Because they keep giving that to Rudy, right?
Rudy get it all the time.
Yeah, Draymond should have won it one of those years over Rudy.
Rudy's a new Mutombo, man.
Yeah, he get it all the time.
Rudy's new Mutombo. I can't argue
That's
that.
Hall of Famer.
Rudy.
I know. He won
it. That's my point. But Rudy's
one of those years, Draymond should have got it because Rudy only guarded one position. Draymond guarded everybody
right.
effectively, and they just kept giving it to Rudy. Right. 2017 should have went to Draymond. It was like,
because I think
remember Shaq was talking about that.
Like, but I think what happens with the difference between Rudy and Draymond is, like, again, you can see what Rudy is doing by his averages between the rebounds and the block averages, as opposed to what Draymond.
I'm 7 foot. I'm gonna get 10 rebounds. I'm gonna
get
I'm just saying, when you look at the numbers, you can see, because like I keep saying, with what Draymond can do. See, I think a lot of people focus off of what Draymond can do, not actually what affects. We know what he's capable of. He can guard 1 through 5. Mm-hmm. That's what he can do. But is he able to do that consistently every time he plays somebody? To me, no. It doesn't happen every game.
Well, he guarding the best of the best, right? So I don't expect him to shut him down. Just effective.
Nah, he's the best of the best. A lot of times these bum behind guards got him. These not bum behind guards. The lower tier guards got him.
Oh, who got him? He don't guard them. Like,
he guard him a couple plays.
He don't guard them anyway. He don't play them the whole game.
No, what happens is he ends up guarding them because they do. The pick and roll puts him on them. And then they, I forget. I swear, I wish I remember what team did that to him. They made him the focal point. Because I think it's either Toronto where Van Fleet was doing it or somebody was doing it where they made him the focal point of the pick and roll. They used him as a pick and they constantly wanted to run a pick and roll with him to get him on the guard so the guard can get by him and blow by him or hit it or take advantage of the matchup. I think it was Toronto. I'm not sure.
One of those teams, but Toronto, like the fact that your team got to put you on there with the fastest guard because you lost Clay. So you really don't got any defensive guys there. Like the fact he got to guard them.
I don't think the team didn't do it. I think the Toronto used him as a pick and roll to get him on there.
Right, but you also not switch the pick and roll, right? Like that's a defensive scheme. They decided to switch.
You can not switch it all you want. You still sometimes.
I'm just saying though, if Kerr made a scheme saying don't switch, just go over the top.
Well, I think Kerr still trusted Draymond to say I think he still can handle the situation.
Remember, you banging with the big bodies down there, and then you are on the guard. Your body worn down, and you running the offense. Like it's a lot on his responsibility. So for him to consistently be able to do that is a knock. Some
games he's going to take off during the regular season. You know what I mean? When it comes playoff time,
that's the one thing with Draymond. He don't take no games off. Like he don't.
No, he plays.
You talking about effort? That's also like
I can never say
that old school feel. He got to give that for y'all. Like the way he talked.
I never seen him pack the game in. Like the way he came in. And you can see he ain't playing.
Yeah, the way the only time the old school
right. Yeah, the only time he ever had an argument, like you said, when his mom came at him in the finals, where he like we don't know who the heck this dude is out here. That's the only other time. That's the time you've seen it. Other than that, no.
But you taking knock for the Cleveland thing, like him getting himself suspended. If y'all blame,
that's his personality.
That's his stupid.
If y'all blame him more for that than the refs in the league.
I do because
the situation. You got to understand the situation.
Right, you know the situation.
And your reputation.
He swung. If he never swung,
right.
Even though he stepped over, he disrespected you. That's a tech.
And kick.
That's a tech.
I mean, see, it's not even just that. See,
everybody can't hit nobody.
See, the problem with that is, and I think somebody touched on that. Everybody just focusing on.
Well, he accumulated enough.
Right, he accumulated it. Like he was kicking. He did the crap out of
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams.
He been playing. He got suspended for that.
Right.
They suspended him.
He accumulated. Like everybody talk about, he got suspended for that one. No, he accumulated techs over that whole playoff series that forced that to happen.
Yep.
Right.
So to me, and I gotta blame that on him because, dude, you gotta know the situation you're in. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Yep. And he put that self in a situation. So that's why I think Draymond's one of the interesting cases when y'all talk about Hall of Fame, because if he have some more years where what he did in these playoffs starts to be his regular play. No, that starts to be his regular season.
He gonna drop off.
Then he,
I don't got him in there. I know everybody else can probably have him in there. I don't got him in there.
We ran over his last 4 years.
Right.
Like,
I don't got him in
there.
I think he get if he continues to go down, he's just not going to be first ballot.
So they first ballot.
Yeah, but he's still going to get in.
All right, man. So that's where we feel on Draymond, his Hall of Fame, resume. So let us know what y'all think. Y'all think he'll get in the Hall of Fame? That's what we going debate today. Give us in the comments, like, subscribe, another episode. Let's talk about it.
Peace.